Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for Cities Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Tuesday's What Map. Now today's map might be somewhat overdeveloped for a few of you, but we're going to review it anyway because it's not too bad actually. It's Sunset Bay by Skignovilous. Now Skignovilous, we know it's by you, it's on your workshop page, we don't need to see your name in the title, but there it is, loud and proud. So okay, it's Skignovilous' Sunset Bay. Lovely name, Sunset Bay, we're quite happy with that. Thumbnail was quite pretty. It's a Clara theme, Clara luck, network extensions, unlimited trees, whole bunch of bridges and a few other trees as well. And by their own admission in the description, they're not particularly good at intersections. Now we start off with trees clipping through the highway. Now don't get used to this, you won't see this anymore after here. Okay, this is out in the fog, so it's an easy thing to oversee, and we're going to put it behind us. We won't go back, you won't look at it, and you won't hear from that again. Now we're going from 3 lanes to 4 on the bridge. Now do I like bridges having more lanes than the highways? Not particularly. I'd rather the highways were all 4 lanes or the bridges were 3 lanes. And anyway, we'll leave that behind them. Now we'll come to these, well, where the intersections are joining with the highways. It's a little bit, well, odd, a little bit globulous. And I personally would like to see move it just to tweak those a little bit inwards. But other than that, I mean, it's a good choice of intersection, but just seems to be a little bit lumpy going in and out. Now, if we stick to the highways for now, like I say, there is quite a lot of highway infrastructure here. So we'll be seeing lots of flyovers and bridges and stuff like that. And it's also a pretty good standard. Okay, it's all very nicely done. This particular road, I'm gonna say it's cutting through. I mean, it's very attractive. It looks really good, going through a nice part of the country. And now we'll go across here, another bridge under a flyover, and then we're out to the fog. But that's not it, because we're bringing us back in from the fog and across another bridge. And there's another one of those intersection things. Now this is quite a busier one. We'll ignore it. Honestly, there's so much to do. I could spend, well, 10-20 minutes just looking through all the roads and taking you through all but that's not what this map's about. In fact, there's probably, like I say, too many roads for some of you, and you probably want to be deleting them. And then you're probably going to end up with swathes of former highways where they're missing trees. And like I say, this is probably the biggest problem for the map. A little bit of a bounce there, sorry about that. Next intersection, nice choice again, looks really good. Everything seems to be working as it should. Everything's of a decent height. We'll take a left here. Oh yeah, what's that? Hang on. What was yeah, just checking, hang on. Can you get to the other highway from here? Let's pull off there. Oh yeah, sorry, this one here. Sorry, I just thought for a second that you couldn't get onto the highway. But anyway, yeah, a little bit of glitching now, they're quite bad. But once again, a little bit of surface painter under that, or ploppable asphalt, something like that. That will tidy that up quite easy. Not all these things are available in map maker mode, so a little bit of glitching I can just about live with. Okay, as long as it's not a lot, and we haven't seen a lot. Okay, up and over, and then under, and then over, and then under. Okay, more glitching there. And I quite like this intersection, like Dumbles going on. It's quite nice. It's nicely selected, nicely plopped, and we've got another one of those globulous joins up again there. Head down towards our next bridge, and we've got another one of these bridges where we're going from 3 lanes to 4 lanes. I don't like the way that one's done, I'm afraid. It just doesn't work for me. Nice bridge though, very nicely done bridge. Clips out, but once again, I'm not faulting you on clipping in and out, or popping in and out, sorry. 3 to 4 lanes now, that's better. See, I like that better, that works. I think it was because we're going for 3 to 4 lanes on the bridge before that didn't work, but that was quite nice. Where are we going now? Another bridge. Like I say, I've taken you on a route around the map here. I haven't taken you down every road because frankly that would have taken forever. Now we're skirting the fog, but this time when we go into the fog, we're disappearing. Now we're going to do a full route, once again, not every single line, but a full route of the rail network. We'll end up back where we started when we finally get back to where we started. And now, I've got to be honest, it's quite nice. The rail is quite nice. There's nothing totally stupid, there's no super steep hills. Once again, it's probably overdeveloped, and there's one little section that I do want to show you, which we'll get to at some point. Nice bridge again, very nicely done. Onwards into the countryside, but yes, it's all good. I'd say it's a good steady climb there, and another nice bridge. Very nicely done bridge. As we come over the bridge, and we're going to bear left. We could go right, but we are going to bear left here, because down here is the one thing that I would question. So we'll over there, and then we're hard left here, that's fine, and then a hard right, and then a medium left. Hang on a second, did you see that? That little loop there. Now, unless that's supposed to be a station or something in there, but surely that's for us to decide, not for you, the map maker, to decide. Another bridge, another nice bridge there. So yes, that loop was a bit strange for me, and I personally would have preferred a straight line to the bridge. And then we're off here, and now this is where are we? Yeah, heading towards this interchange. That's quite pretty. That is quite pretty. I like that. And then up here we got one of these artificially made goods yard type affairs. Good and busy. Every map could do with one. Don't really need more than one. One is fine, just adds a bit of detail. Yes, you can delete it if you want to. That goes off to the fog, by the way. We're not going that way, we're going this way. And then as we come down here, underneath this, we get another one of these. Now, I don't think we really need two, especially so close together. So I think that's just too much overkill, too much trying to be clever, Skignovilous. Okay, Skignovilous, sorry, Skignovilous. There's no second I in there. And we're cutting through the landscape again. It's nice landscape. Okay, I am being a bit overcritical here, but yes, nice landscape. Then we skirt around here and we are back to where we started. So that means it's the asset review time. Now today we've got what I would call a service station, or what in America you appear to call travel centres. It's a pilot travel centre. Done some research and apparently this is a big chain. You see them everywhere. Now it's modular. You've got two of these petrol sections, and then you've got two of the signs, one small, one large. The petrol sections, you've actually got a large one and a small one if that's not to your scale. And the building, I'm sorry, is ugly. It's really horrible. Once again, I've had to turn down the light settings on this map because that just glares too much in the natural light. It's Pilot Travel Centre RICO by Conno. And that's today's asset of the day. Right, let's head back down to the water. The water in Mallorca. It's got shipping routes like this. And we're not even in Mallorca. Right, that's it. That's all there is for shipping routes. Let's have a look at the water in its natural colour. Very pretty. But it's Clara. It's going to be pretty. We've got nice beaches, and everything's very smooth running to and from the water. The water's looking pretty nice too, pretty natural. I'm just going to skip around a few of these islands, and then we'll head upstream towards, well, the lake, because obviously we've started off by the what I assume is the sea. Okay, and we're now heading up inland towards what must be the water source. Let's head in. Where have we got here? Ah, yes. Now it gets a bit rough here. This is where all the water is pouring through. And then we head up to this kind of calm lake at the top here. Imagine some nice fishing going on up here. Very pretty. Very nice. So anyway, so that's that. The big question is, what's the water flow like? There seems to be movement. There certainly is movement. Now in this lake, we're starting from here. That's a good water source point there, I imagine. And then that pushes the water out in every direction and heading off into this corner here. And we've got a sump there. Okay, so we are maintaining water level, I guess, in this lake by pumping it from one end to the other. But is it flowing out? Is it flowing out to sea? And here's the arrows. And the arrows are coming back towards us. Water is flowing inland, guys, to that lake. And there's a lot of it. Now, so the good news is there is water movement, which means you can plop down your sewage anywhere and it'll be sucked away. It's going the other way here. And there's another sump there. Very odd. And then, yeah, a lot of water flow coming through here as well. Like I say, water is moving in every direction. It's just not very real. Here, look at that. Boom! Loads of water coming out of there. And that's what it looks like. Now, that's just not a pretty thing. You'll see when we pull right out at the end just how not pretty that is. Terraforming. Well, terraforming is pretty good. It's pretty natural looking. You can build pretty much everywhere. I do like this temperate kind of feel. And nice rolling fields and hills that you can build into. Trees and forests. I like it. It's a very nice, lush, natural feel to it. My preferred type of map. And it really does. I think the Clara luck really works with this. Although Clara is normally reserved for these, for the Clara type island type map. That's what I'm trying to say. So aesthetically, I like it. Personally, I like it. I'm going to give this 4 big stars. Detailing now. Detailing and gameplay are the two things I've got. I don't know where to go with this. Because detailing, there's possibly too much in the way of roads. There are 1 or 2 problems with the, let's say, clipping and that water coming out and whatever. So I'm going to mark that to a 3. I think it's worth more than the 3, but there are problems. Gameplay, on the other hand, well, some of you will want to delete all those roads and others won't want to delete the roads. I think all told, it's worth 4 stars. But those of you that are not wanting to have those roads, you'll want to mark that down to a 3 stars at best, because there's a lot to delete. Sunset Bay by Skignovilous, and that is that. Now, do I give it a seal of approval? Not, I'm afraid not. I'm sorry. Like I say, there is too much to delete before you can get on and play that map, so not from me, but I know a lot of you are going to really like it. Don't forget to join me tomorrow for more, and that's it from today. See ya.